So Jenny, why don't you start out telling me what is SIFE?
SIFE is an international organization that allows college students and their professors and their chancellors or presidents or deans, and then the local business leaders to work together and impact their local and global communities while applying the business skills they learn in the classroom. But just because we're using business skills to make a difference in our world doesn't mean you have to be a business student. Angie here is a biology student, and she's one of our most active members. So it's open to anyone, and almost everybody who gets involved really loves it. So.
SIFE stands for Students in Free Enterprise.
Yeah, by the way.
So why don't you tell me about, Angie, why don't you tell me about why you think SIFE is meaningful?
It's meaningful because we're just a group of college students, and people underestimate us and assume we're just studying and we're just a group of college students. And the fact that we can get together and actually make a difference, you know, small differences do lead to bigger impacts later on, and that's very important.
Okay.
It's also important because we do real-life work and learn job skills along the way that we wouldn't learn just by studying our textbooks and taking exams.
That is true.
We work with real people who have these real jobs that we could see ourselves in the future. They're like mentors.
Real connections.
They're great mentors.
Why do you think what SIFE does so closely aligns with what AHRMIO is about?
It's perfect. We match. We do the exact same things, and
The member organizations of AHRMIO seem to be, they seem to have a lot of the same interests as SIFE. So can you speak to that?
Well, a lot of the organizations that are involved with AHRMIO are nonprofit organizations that just kind of work in different aspects to kind of better the world that we live in. And that's exactly what SIFE is about. We use what we learn to impact all of our communities, whether it's local, global, national. So what they're doing, like the UN or the World Bank, all those things, they're doing similar things as us. A lot of our projects and what we do are very similar. So they go together well. And I hope the people at this conference understood that.
We both come together for the common goal, except we're SIFE, we're a group of students, organization doing this. And, yeah.
This conference has been on motivation and leadership. I think part of that is inspiration as well. So what inspiration have you taken back from being involved with this conference?
Well, what motivated me to join SIFE, first of all, was I remember I spoke to our Sam Walton Fellow before even coming to Penn State Altoona, before even knowing that was going to be the school I was going to go to. And as soon as she told me about what I could learn and who I could impact and who I could meet, I automatically knew it was a right fit. So that was actually one of the reasons I decided to come to Penn State Altoona. Once being involved in the school and involved with SIFE, the thing that really inspired me was being able to learn new things while making great connections with real people, being able to really learn from one another and bounce off from one another in a way you don't do in the classroom. I mean, you can listen to a lecture all day, but the things you learn in SIFE and the things that you really get to experience are just once in a lifetime. They're incredible. So.
And being here at the conference and seeing, you know, real people, real jobs,
doing what we do as adults.
It inspires us to continue doing what we do at such a young age.
How has your involvement in SIFE affected where you think you'll go in your lives with your career or your involvement after college?
Well, sorry, I keep jumping on every question. I should probably give someone else a turn. But especially, I've always been a business person. I think business, marketing, advertising, those are all really my true interests. But actually, since being here at this AHRMIO conference and meeting all these people who work just to, like, for these nonprofit companies, just to do, like, to better their world, actually, like, it kind of inspires me to do the same someday. So hearing about what people do in the UN or all at the UN's divisions or in the World Bank or things like that actually kind of makes me kind of consider those opportunities in my future. So I guess now that I've been here working for some big for-profit conglomerate company isn't my only goal now. I think
think that SIFE in general makes you realize that too, that social entrepreneurship is a great option to make a difference.
How has your involvement in SIFE shaped your worldview, your global perspective?
It's helped me to realize that you don't need to live near someone to help them. One of our projects is based in Rwanda, and we're in the United States, so we're very far from them, but we were still able to make a difference, even by visiting once in a while.
It helps you develop different perspectives, learn different cultures, and expand on this world that is so diverse.
It's great working with people in other cultures because it'll prepare you for an international job if you do have one someday.
I think it opens our eyes because we're just college students and we go to different countries and learn different cultures that the UN and the World Bank and all these organizations also get paid for, and we go there with an open heart, so it's a little different for us, I think.
And just one other thing, growing up in a middle-class family who was not wealthy, but we had definitely enough money to get by, working with people like in the DUI court or the people who've just gotten out of jail that we work with, or people in Rwanda who have next to nothing, really kind of gives you an idea of what everybody else is going through. I mean, it's just kind of something that I was never used to as a child, and it's really opened my eyes to the rest of the world.
I think it humbles you as a person.
Yeah, it does.
We grow from it.
Neat. SIFE's tagline is what?
A head for business, a heart for the world, which rings true for the entire organization.